if we take more standpoint, I think it's a unified API where we can do porting, where we can do 10DLC, where we can do when people start to build like on top of the voice of the telecommunication, they focus a lot about how can I get the numbers, how can I send the text. But when you start to scale and you onboard like thousands of businesses, you really need to be good in the details about porting, about 10DLC, about spam, like all these little APIs that none of them have, Tenex have them. We started as a PLG, so we go open on the console of Tenex, and we started by putting some of the volume in the US. And then we move with Slack channel. So we have a Slack channel with Tenex in the beginning. And so our engineers are working with the engineer of Tenex in terms of collaboration. I would say that the biggest challenge when you build in the voice space is never like, it's always use the blockers. It's how many times, how you can track it down and so on. So for us, in terms of timing, I think it took us around 6 weeks to be able to provide mobile phone numbers with texting capability in the States. It's not directly linked to Vonage or Tenex. It was mainly on our side, how big was that project to release and so on. But yeah, the process was straight. It was one single engineer working on it. And then the sales team was access to the Tenex portal behind. Yeah, so we are the biggest alternative to Ring Central today. Today, most of the business have a phone numbers. You can see that on the truck. You can see that in the front of the stores. But behind these phone numbers, it's very complex to manage for Main Street business. And so what we build a platform that make it super easy for humans and agents to collaborate behind the phone calls. So we provide phone numbers to Main Street business. We provide a platform where they can answer with their teams. All the calls are being recorded, transcribed, and summarized by the AI. And then we have a collection of agents that work for the people. So one agent, for example, updates the CRM. So every call you are doing, he updates the CRM. One other calls, he do actions on your behalf. Send a quote, send an invoice, send a calendar invite. And we have some agents that can pick up the phone when you are busy, so answering the call outside of the business hours. So that's the product of Allo. We serve around 10,000 Main Street business between US and Europe. So I believe our 10 DLC process is way faster than the competitions. We are able to do the brand in less than 3 minutes. So we do the brand verification in less than 3 minutes. And the campaign, it's about less than 5 days on our side. So I think that's the best in the market standard today, both coming by how much jobs we did on automation for the Main Street business, but also how reactive is the API and webhook of Tenex. So you can insist a lot the story of the 10 DLC because that's what really convinced us to move to you. The second one is about the choice of numbers. So, like Main Street business, they always want a specific numbers from toll-free to some specific area code, 212 in New York, 305 in Miami. So we always have like a huge catalog in terms of Tenex to be able to provide the right phone numbers they need. I will say everyone heard about Twilio because they have been spending years of doing marketing and on that. I will say the experience with Tenex that is very different, and we work with all the competitors. You have a human in the loop all the time. So and the human have a name and it's always the same person. So that's a huge advantage compared to the other competitors where you are one of so many and you don't have a direct point of contact that can help you. Second one, the pricing is very transparent. So the one you see on the platform, everyone is documented. So you can really project about how much you pay. All the competitors are very not transparent about which country are open, which phone numbers you can get, which cost you have. The third one is the platform. If you just compare, for example, the Vonage platform and the Tenex platform, you can see which one have been built by engineers and which one have been built by telecom people. So the Tenex platform is very world-class and look like a software rather than the back office from the 80s. And the last one is the API, so very well documented and so on. So in my feeling, after working with the 5 biggest without naming them, but you can do it in the article, from Twilio to Bandwidth and all of that, I had the feeling Tenex is the only startup, like using the same tools for support, using the same tools on Slack. So it's the only like startup mindset and tech friendly rather than the big guys.